Hi, I'm Greg from Moving Minds Hypnotherapy on the Gold Coast, and we help people to change thoughts, feelings, behaviors, and beliefs. And today I'm going to teach a little something called tapping, or EFT. And this process is very complementary to hypnosis because if you were to imagine there's a grassy field, and if you were to walk through that field every single day, you create a pathway in that field. What tapping does, and then you could call that the anxiety pathway, and that includes negative thoughts, feelings, a tight chest, overwhelm, all of that sort of thing. And that's the anxiety pathway. What tapping does is it helps get you off that pathway. So if you're in that state of mind, it helps to get you out of that, essentially. Now, if there is no new pathway, what can happen, not always, but what can happen is over time, maybe a few minutes, few hours, few days, you can gravitate back to that old pathway because the grass doesn't grow there and it's just the kind of the way that you walk through. What hypnosis does is it creates a new pathway. And most of the time, that new pathway will be stronger than the old one. However, it still takes a while for the grass to grow over on the old pathway. And so this works beautifully between sessions because if some sort of real anxiety related thing happens and you find yourself back in this pathway, you want to get yourself out of that as soon as possible, back into the new pathway that you've created here in your hypnosis sessions. So they work very complementary with each other. And I teach this to a lot of our clients here. And today I'm going to run you through this. I'm going to teach you how to do it, and I'm going to base it around anxiety. And this is because I find that about 60% of our clients here are anxiety related. And you may know that, okay, hypnosis is excellent for quitting smoking or bad habits or addictions, but most of our clients are actually anxiety related. So I thought that this was the most appropriate one to record today. So I'm going to be running through this strategy, through this technique, and I do want to say that everyone experiences anxiety differently. There are some common things. Often people say they have a tight chest, they're overwhelmed in their mind, maybe they're cloudy or they lack focus, maybe they're shaky. Right? These are some of the common things, but there's less common things as well. Sometimes people will say their hands are tingly. Right? That might only come up 5 or 10% of the time. So everyone's experience is different, and so the words that I'm going to use today are based on the most common experiences that people have with anxiety. So what I would like you to do is, if you find that as I'm saying some of the words, some of them don't quite match your experience, I welcome you, I encourage you to just change the words to whatever your experience of it is. Okay, so let's begin. First, I want you just to become aware of what you're feeling, right? Tune into the anxiety, right? Do you have a tight chest? Are you overwhelmed? Are you not thinking clearly? Are you thinking too much? Are your palms shaky? Is your heart pounding? Notice all of the little indications that you're not in good shape right now. And just become aware of that. Could even put it on a scale with 1 to 10, with 1 being totally fine, 10 being a panic attack. And just notice where on that scale you are. So we have something to compare this to, and copy along with me. Even though I feel anxious, I'm choosing to love and accept myself. Even though I have this anxiety, I feel it in my chest, in my head, in my body, I'm choosing to love and accept myself. Even though that's hard, especially when I feel this way. It's hard to express it, but I acknowledge it anyway. Maybe in the past I tried to ignore it, or bury it, or hide it. Now I acknowledge it. I completely accept myself and how I feel about this. I'm open to letting it go. All this anxiety, so much anxiety. I feel it in my mind, My chest feels tight. It feels terrible. I don't know how it will get better, but I do want to feel better. I want to feel calm and relaxed. I know what it's like to feel happy and relaxed. Deep breath. And out. But I still feel anxious. I've tried to bury it and hide it, but it just gets worse. I'm not hiding it anymore. It's time to listen and address it. I'm open to letting it go, but it feels like there's so much, and it will take forever. But I have the right to be happy and relaxed. Deep breath. And out. What if I give myself permission to let it go? That sounds way too easy. Maybe I can. I'm willing to try. Maybe I can start to let it go. I'm open to feeling better, taking my power back as I release and let go. Deep breath. And out. Good. Tune back into your inner senses, your mind, your body, your emotions now. Where are you now on that scale? How does what you're feeling now compare to what you felt a moment ago? What differences are there and how much better do you feel? Maybe you feel a little better, maybe you feel a lot better, maybe you feel completely fine now. Or perhaps you're just feeling that the feeling has changed or eased, is a little bit further away from you. Okay, either one is totally fine as long as you're feeling better and more relaxed to whatever degree you are now.